in the context of wellness, for the younger generation or the brand new officer entering into this career, what words of wisdom would you share that maybe you wish you would have known earlier, or something that's helped you along the way?
Ooh, man, I could say a whole lot. Well, ultimately, talking, communication is going to be the key.
Mm.
We don't know it all, but you have to attach yourself to someone, even the FTO or maybe somebody outside of the agency. But you need to talk. You need to find out things. You need to have an open mind, and you have to make sure that you're not a superhero, and you cannot resolve the world's issues. You have to resolve one call at a time. And as they go through the career, you have to make sure that you're mentally stable. You have to talk to supervisors. If there's something that's actually bothering them, they need to talk about it. Because if they don't talk about it, it's not going to be brought up. And some of the analogy that some people may think that, oh man, they're going to look at you as you soft or whatever because you don't want to talk about this issue, or you want to talk about it, different things like that. We have to get out of that, because that can cripple anybody. Because now you're saying that if there's something that really is hurting people, or hurting that individual, then they can't talk about it. Because we must face the fact that mental health is not just for the actual public, it's for everybody, law enforcement included, all professions. Everybody has some type of issue, because just think of it, you have a traumatic situation. This is where PTSD lies, and people have to make sure that they understand what it is, what that diagnosis is, and research and say that, hey, I may be depressed. You need to talk, because suicide, let's face the facts, people don't want to talk about it, but law enforcement suicides has increased over I would say the last 5 years. Let's not go back decades. Let's go 5 years. And it has increased. So we have to, as executives sitting in this seat, as the chief of police, the sheriffs, other directors, we have to make sure that we understand and know how the people that work with us functions. We have to be aware of this. We have to have an open door to say, hey, look, if there's an issue going on, talk to me. If you don't want to talk to me, there's somebody else. Because what a little bit about me is I'm a peer counselor. I went to a certified peer counselor with the state of Georgia. So I went through the training. And if there's other issues that come up at different departments, I'll go speak to them, things like that. Because that is important, because sitting here in the seat, and like I said beforehand, knowing what's going on and knowing that you can make a change or a difference by just talking to an individual or an officer or whoever. And one thing about it is influence. Once they understand that they can speak with you about their issues, now that opens up doors for other things. You want people to make sure that they're comfortable. You want to make sure that they know that there's different programs out here, because that word psychiatrist is one of those forbidden words to people, because they be like, oh man, if I go see the psychiatrist, I'm gonna lose my certification. This is how I make money. This is the only job I ever had. Things like that. And you have to assure them, say, hey, look, talk to them. I talk to them, because whenever I tell them, I say, hey, I talk to psych at least every 2 to 3 months or something like that. Or if something traumatic incident happens, I get all my people debriefed, because I call in peer counselors, and I call them in, and then they sit there and they talk to everybody. And now we're opening their mindset and getting them to talk. That's up to them if they talk. If they don't, they may just sit there and listen and things. But They're given the opportunity to vent about a situation. Just for an example, last week I had one of my guys, he was going home and he was involved in there was a crash that occurred, and the vehicle caught on fire, the person died. So that resonated in his mind. So things like this is where I have to take that step and say, hey, look, I need you to talk to this person. I need you to, different things like that, so that we can make sure that mental health within the ranks is touched upon and dealt with per se. So, and like I said beforehand, we have to there's no way around it. Mental health is in all career shapes, forms, and fashions. So we have to make sure that that stable mindset, and just like we were talking beforehand about whenever I said that the hidden closet or the hidden room in your mind, it's been so much to where, and I'm speaking from experience, to where they say, yeah, just tuck that away, tuck that away, tuck that away. So there's a room in my mind that I took so much things away that one day that lock could no longer hold that, and it opened up. So that overwhelmed me. So now I'm like, what is wrong with me? What's this? What's that? Am I depressed, or I'm seeing these other images and all? You have to, there's no way around it. You have to address those issues. You have to address all those issues that go through your mind and things like that. Because what happens is, if you don't get a hold of those thoughts or whatever, sometimes people want to alleviate the pain. Alleviating the pain is, committing suicide. So they no longer have to feel that pain anymore. So speak out, speak up, talk about it. And that's one of the main things. Just because you talking to someone about your issues or whatever, that doesn't mean that you're soft or you're not cut out for the job. That means that you're human and you are concerned about your mental and your physical welfare. Because let's face it also, that you can take all this stuff back home, and now you have all of this personal and professional mixed into your life, and is called inner chaos. So whenever you have all this inner chaos, you have to get something. You have to get some help, and there's nothing wrong with getting help.